How you doing? This is Sean McVeigh with Sean's Outdoor Adventures, and in this video I want to do a quick review on the Garmin Montana 680T. I want to tell you the three main reasons why I purchased this particular GPS and my feedback on it. Previously I had the Garmin Oregon 450T, which led to one of the reasons why I purchased this. One is because the screen on this is so much bigger than the other Garmin GPSs, and that was one of my big challenges, is like the screen was just too small. Sometimes when you're out, I use it for hunting, and so when you're trying to get a good view of the whole area, with the screen being as small as it just wasn't enough. So I also got a little bit spoiled with the carrying around my smartphone, and in a lot of situations my smartphone was big enough. Okay, so for example, here is my smartphone, and as you can see, the size of the screen, they're pretty much the same. Okay, so size of the screen and being what you can see was one key reason. Another important reason is this particular model can take pictures, and when I'm out scouting and I see a scrape, you could go out scouting and see 5 different scrapes, and when I'm putting in waypoints, I like to name it, this area, scrape 1, scrape 2, scrape 3. But to have a visual, to be able to take a picture of that scrape and have that be the actual waypoint, it is very nice. So that was the second reason why I went and bought this. And this is over $600 GPS. And I'll just throw this in real quick. What I did was I intentionally waited till around Christmas time. Cabela's has lots of sales at that time, Black Friday. I saved up gift cards. When people say, "Hey Sean, what do you want for your birthday?" I just say, "Oh, just give me a Cabela's gift card." I would save those up, which is that's what I did. And then I basically spent about $200 of my own money on this, because the rest I covered in gift cards. Plus it was like $100 or $150 off on the sale that they had at that time. Another key reason I bought this model is because it has preloaded topo maps in it. And that to me is really important. I know there's different ways you can download topo maps and put them on there, or you can pay for them after the fact, but topo is a huge thing for me, and so I just want it on there already. So those are the reasons I purchased this particular model, and I will give you feedback as far as how it works. In my observation, it doesn't always get a signal as well as my Oregon 450T did. So the smaller model actually sometimes synced better. There have been a few instances where it would not even link, perfectly clear day, way out in the open, and it wouldn't sync to the satellites. And so sometimes it hooks up right away, but sometimes it just struggles. And there's been a few scouting and hunting situations where I was depending on it and it wouldn't work for me. So it was very frustrating. Another thing that can be very frustrating with this is the touch screen. It doesn't work that well. So like if I want to edit and put in a waypoint, sometimes I'll be typing stuff in and it won't register, or I'll be hitting, like let's say I want to hit M, it'll register as a different letter. And right now it's working well, but part of the reason is I constantly have to recalibrate the screen. Let me go to this function here, Calibrate Screen. So I'm probably gonna have to redo it now. If you're not super precise in where you're hitting on this calibration, which I'm not being super precise right now, it's gonna throw this thing off, and it's gonna be ugly. So bottom line is I'm constantly recalibrating the screen on this. The touch screen is very frustrating with this thing. So I don't know if it's just my model is a little bit glitchy or if they're all like that, but that's been a big disappointment to me. Obviously there's lots of other functionality with this particular unit that you can use it for, but I primarily use it for scouting and hunting, and so that's the feedback I'm giving you on. Here's the big question. Is it worth the money? Is this handheld GPS worth what they charge? This particular model that I'm holding, I would say no. I would be happy if there's another model a step down that doesn't have the camera. I haven't tested that model, but if it works better than this one, then I would say forget the camera and just use that. The camera is nice for having that visual and helping you remember what you meant on the waypoint, but it's not an absolute necessity. So that's my take on the Garmin Montana 680T. It is, okay, I would not say worth the money. If you can get it like I did, saving up gift cards and stuff, okay. It is nice having the big screen, I'll give it that. Other than that, it's, oh, you know, and I forgot to mention one other thing. Its accuracy is not as good as my Oregon 450T. There's times where I'll be standing at where it's telling me the waypoint is, and I'm like, this is not the right spot. And then the way, you know, where I'm located, it'll just start floating around. So it has some accuracy trouble at times, which, you know, I feel is the other one did not have that. There you have it. I'm done blabbing. I'm gonna go do some scouting and hanging trail cameras now. God bless you.